video, we're looking at the Iron Tiger Mitsudome Katana. This is a beautiful katana, cut extremely well. I just did the cut testing on it, did really great. We've got a beautiful wrap here. We've got some race skin underneath it. Let's take a look at some specs on this one. Up close looks in the scabbard, out of the scabbard. Then we'll take a look at the cut testing. Let's get to it. This katana is at 40 5/8 inches overall length, all the way from the end of the handle to the very pointy tip. We've got 28 3/4 inch blade. So it's got a decent wave to it, decent arc to it, nice curve. So that initiation on the slashing is going to be really, really good. Feels excellent in the hand. This is the differentially hardened katana. So the edge is a different hardness than the actual spine of the blade is. Looking at T10 high carbon steel. So if we're looking at this from the realm of cutting, this cut extremely well. All the different cuts that I did with this one did really, really great. Obviously your thrust is there with that single hand, and this one having the agility that it does, it's really not that bad striking with one hand with this one. A lot of people don't do that. Miyamoto Musashi did, at least what's said in the Book of Five Rings, the Book of Five Spheres. But you have this very long handle. Obviously if you're more out in front with this one, or if you're more in a high guard position, you're gonna potentially maybe be in that double grip, but you also have that very much ease of manipulation if you are looking at that with a single hand. Carrying over into that, this is 2 pounds, 8.9 ounces for this blade. Pretty much carries over into what I said about the double-handed grip. If you are playing more in these center line positions that you'll see in different Japanese styles, you might playing this a little bit more unorthodox, maybe playing with it like it is a saber if you're out in front. You might be back in a high guard, 1 or 2 hands in any of these high guard or center line positions. Either way, yeah, it's a little bit over 2 pounds, but this thing is a chopping machine. The edge is obviously battle ready. Be very careful with this. It usually comes in plastic. When these come from the factory, that is specifically, they're wrapped in plastic and they're oiled very well. So we usually just slide it off for you and make sure we clean it and everything before it's shipped out to you. Comes with a scabbard. Could be kind of weird if it didn't, but this one is a wood scabbard. It actually has a little bit of a coating on it. It is a speckled coating, for the lack of a better term. I'm sure this is intended to keep moisture out of the scabbard and repel water and things like that. Obviously, you also get a sword bag with this, so that'll help out as well. It's also going to prevent it from having very noticeable scratches. Some katanas and some wakizashis and tantos, you're going to see them have this high gloss black scabbard on there. So it's very easy to see a scratch on that. It's just like if you had like an all black car or anything like that. Looking at the handle material, we have the 2 wooden pegs on the inside, the bamboo pegs. We've got race skin underneath, and we've got this very tightly wrapped, it's more like a dark brown, almost a rust color on the handle itself. So really beautiful handle. There's the very tip of the handle as well. It's cold out here right now, so the draw is not going to be super, super smooth. So when you pull this, there's a little bit of a tug right on the end. That's very normal, especially when this is going through expansion contraction with a wood scabbard. Something you just gotta have to watch out for. Make sure your blades, especially as seasons change, make sure they're oiled. If you need oiling kits, we've got the Flitz knife and gun care kit at cultofAthena.com if you need to service your blades. All right, we took a look at the blade itself. Take a look at the scabbard. Talking about the cutting very quickly, I kind of already prefaced on it. I always do the cutting beforehand, so I have stuff to talk about with it. As somebody who does not specialize in katanas and Japanese weaponry in general, a sword is a sword, but people are very particular about katanas and cut testing and things like that, which I'm totally cool with. It cut extremely well, especially from looking at this from the different rising cuts and different falling cuts as well. I did not thrust with it, don't really need to. The tip is reinforced, very strong blade, and the edge cut very well. It feels more like a lightsaber than it does a katana. That sounds like they're paying me to say that, which they're not. It's just a matter of you knowing what kind of blade you're getting. So if you want something from Iron Tiger, something that's differentially hardened, it's gonna last a long time, this might be the katana for you. Let's go ahead and transition to some up-close looks of this blade in the scabbard and out of the scabbard. Let's take a look. All right, taking a look at the handle first. We'll take a look at, this is that brown, almost a rust color I was talking about. And we'll see the race skin and the bamboo pegs running through the handle. And the wrap on the handle, the scabbard, matching that. There's that speckled pattern I was talking about. It's way easier to see in the light. So it feels like it's a coating over it, which is just intended, I'm gonna say it's intended to be so that the you're not picking up a lot of moisture and air bubbles and just watermarks and stuff like that, rather than having it be a high gloss. Way up close in there. There we go. You'll see right at the edge, that little ripple. And you'll see now that I wiped it off, you can see the reflection of the camera and myself. That's a pretty high mirror polish on this blade. We'll set it down, bring it back to the handle. All right. And the pan of the blade. All right, so we take a look at some up-close looks of this blade in the scabbard, out of the scabbard. Now the time has come. Let's take a look at some cut testing and see what this katana can do. So the blade is very sharp. It is not a lightweight katana by any means, but Iron Tiger does really great work. So cut through like butter, as you'd expect from a katana on tatami mats. Overall, pretty impressive. All right, so there you have it, the Iron Tiger Mitsudome katana. This is a great blade. I haven't done a katana in a little while. We just did some Musha katanas as well. That's another great price point item if you're getting into collecting katanas and Japanese swords. That's a great entry-level one. This one would be probably a level or two up, in my opinion, based on the cutting performance and also the price point, but also a really great addition to your collection. If you like katanas and other blades like this, let us know in the comments below. Iron Tiger has a vast collection of blades. I really like their Jians as well, their Jian swords. They do a really great job of those. If you like blades like this, let us know in the comments below. As always, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we'll see you in the next one.